Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today we have moved outside into the sun because well, today's sponsor is AP and ALLPOWERS, and they have kindly provided me with a power station of theirs. This is the S2000 and we're gonna have a very thorough view of that. But yeah, the sun is really bright behind me, so I think we're gonna go directly to the table and see what this power station is. This is one of the bigger ones. Yeah, so AP ALLPOWERS reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in reviewing their power station. I'm sure they might have watched some of my other power station videos and knows that I'm a sucker for this, and that I'm also too weak to say no when I'm presented with an opportunity like this. It looks cool on the picture. They have a good graphics designer there, but they have some more usable specs on the back here that we might just have a look at. They're down here. So before we open the box, I have had a sneak peek, I must admit. This battery bank is powered by lithium-ion batteries. It has a capacity of 405,405 milliamp hours at 3.7 volts, and that makes it a 1500 watt-hour capacity, approximately 14.5 kilograms, so it's a heavy box. Here we have the dimensions of it. AC capability 400 watts, and it has an XT60 connector for solar panels, and if you do that, it can take in 500 watts. This is quite a lot compared to some of the other ones that I have messed around with. There, I believe 200 watts was the max, and this is over twice as much. AC output 2000 watts, so it can deplete the batteries within an hour if you run it max. It can even do a surge of 4000 watts. I don't have anything to test that, I don't think. There's a lot of outputs here. 13 volt car plug, 13 volt 10 amps, USB-C. Can do a lot of different voltages and amps, and a maximum of 100 watts. It has USB ports that does 5 volt, 9 volt, 12 volt. I've never seen that before, a USB port that can supply 9 and 12 volts. And apparently you can partner them up in some way and get some more power out of them. Yeah, okay. Together with the power station, I also got ALLPOWERS 200 watt foldable solar panels that we are gonna have a look at. We might have to go down to the lawn and check those out because I don't have room for them up here. Well, maybe we could put them on the roof here. Might not be the stupidest idea. So as said, I have had this out of the box. I got very curious. This arrived Monday and today is Saturday, so I usually do my filming in the weekends. So this is the box, and it comes with a little space for the paperwork here. Claim your warranty. Okay, I'm not sure if I get warranty, but who knows. And then this is very well packed with a very big fluffy piece of foam here, and down here is the unit. And this, when you open this, it somehow looks army, even if this is just very hardened plastic. But yeah, I like the design, I must admit. It looks very cool. There is some kind of a cover here that I have not had out, so I'm not entirely sure what that is yet, but I'm guessing that it's to cover it up if it's outside. Over here we have another bag. This is a lot of cables. We're gonna have a good look at those in just a little bit, but we should get this out of the box because it's this box, the box that it comes in, is very big compared to the unit. So if we get the unit out, we can see a lot more. So with these two carrying handles, it's not a big deal. I am gonna put this piece of foam back right away and put the box out of the way. It actually has carrying handles on the side here, which is a nice feature. So, oh, it's not more heavy than you can
You can carry it in one arm, that's okay. So, here it is.
Just to be perfectly clear, this is not a cheap unit. I will leave links in the description where you can purchase this. And also in the description there's a coupon code that gives you $300 off of what you might purchase from ALLPOWER. But this unit is available in both the US and in Europe and the UK, because that is dependent on what plugs they put in here. And these are the European plugs, or the German plugs as we call them, because we used to have some other plugs and now we are switching to the German plugs. It's cheaper for us. But yeah, this is how it looks. That's the front. It has these four for AC. It has a DC out. It has two USB-C. These four older USB connections. Then it has the power in, which is this XT connector that is hidden behind this rubbery thing, so that it won't get too much power. So that's the front of it. There is not a whole lot extra. There is a fan on the side here, on the back. Oh, there is actually something here. There is the AC input power from wall power. So the power is built into the unit, so you don't have a power brick, which is very nice that you don't have to bring the power brick anywhere. And it's not so nice if you want to take this camping or something, then you are carrying extra stuff. But yeah, pros and cons. On the last side there's also some kind of fan. Did that make it two fans? Okay, so there is two fans, one blowing in the air and one taking the air out. So redundant solution. We turn it on. Let's have a look at the accessories. So we might as well get this weather cover out of the way, see what that is. So we have a piece of, yeah, that will go right over it. So we should try that on right away, shouldn't we? I think so. So the Velcro, let's see, it looks like it has a front and a back. It looks actually like we are supposed to put the power station in it and then lock it up. So I'm gonna remove it with that one hand, and then we're gonna put this inside. Oh, we're gonna try at least. Oh, it has. Okay, so we can open it even more. Okay, so now it's protected from the weather, the rain, the stuffy stuff. So very nice. Yeah, we can't really move it very well. I guess we can open it up and then move it. Yeah, that will work. So yeah, if you take it camping or use it somewhere outside, they have provided a cover for it. It's a cover up. And we have the cable accessories, which comes in this little bag, and there is a few different cables. This one is the obvious one. It's the C13, C14. It's the wall plug to charge it up. Then it comes with a charger from, for example, the car, where you can charge it while driving, which could be really handy if you are using it to power a little refrigerator and power the refrigerator while driving. And then when you stop driving, the battery will continue to power the refrigerator. And yeah, this is for the solar panels. So the same XT60 connector, and then the MC4 connectors, which are used for solar panels. Then it comes with some rubber stuffy stuffs here to put over the connectors, like that. Might be, I don't know, they expect you to throw some of them out because they have supplied twice as many as you really need. So yeah, they know us a little bit too well. So yeah, you know these are gonna get lost. So that was the accessories. Then we, of course, we have the paperwork here, and it's just like we have some warranty, and then we have the manual for the power stations, but it's really simple. So this is in multiple languages. We are German, and Chinese or Japanese. But it starts out in English, so we're good to go. So with all the extra stuff out of the way, I think it's about time that we turn this beast on. And yeah, there is only 3 buttons. Well, there is the outlets, there is the DC power output port for the car, the port where you can plug in that little car refrigerator and power that. Nicely covered up with one of these rubber things. I don't know, they could have done the same thing up here and just have them, I don't know. Maybe that would be, it would give it a bad look. And again, we have the cover for the charging port over here, which can both take from a car and from solar panels. So 3 buttons. So we have one here, that's the Bluetooth button, but it also just turns on the device. It has a Bluetooth app that looks really cool, that we're gonna have a look at in a little bit. So here is the display, and you can see I haven't done anything to it, and it comes 68% charged. Right now it's 0 watts coming out of it. That is as predicted, because we're not doing anything. Then it has a button for AC that will turn on the inverter inside. You have to press it for a little bit. There. You can hear it powering up or doing something. Now these are active. Still, we're not pulling any power out of it. So yeah, but we have the inverter active inside, and that of course uses power, so it's important to turn it off again when you're not there, turned off. DC is a different button. DC works in a little different way because that's just a DC to DC step up or step down converter. So you just press that and it's just on. It also has losses, so it is also important to turn that off if you're not using it. But I don't think it uses as much power as the AC, but that's just a feeling that I have. So let's turn that off again. There. So if you press the AC, nothing happens, because you need to press it a little longer. So yeah, nice battery indicator, and you also get a percentage, and you get what wattage you are using here. You also get some number for some hours over here, and I have no idea yet what that means. But I did say that it had Bluetooth, so let's turn that on. That's also a long press button. There, Bluetooth is on, and then in the manual there's a QR code that you scan and you get the ALLPOWER app. So if we go into the ALLPOWER app and get your device and you turn on stuff. Next step, it searches. Didn't find anything. Okay, second try, and it actually found the power bank. So I will select it, and it connects to it, and we get some options. You can see it sees the power that it has used, and it's remaining time 205 hours 37 minutes. Oh, so that's how long it can continue with the power usage that it has right now. And as it has no power usage right now, it's so just being on, that's the amount of time it can do that. Even if it looks cool, you can't really do much in here. You can turn on and off the AC. You probably heard that it turned on the AC. Let's see if I can do that at the same time. Have the app up here. See the AC button? It turns on and off. We can do the DC as well. Yeah. DC on, DC off, AC off. Let's turn both of them on. And we're dealing with the sun here. It's unpredictable. The reflections everywhere. Other than that, you can go up here and you can settings for it, and you can change the name. That's about it. But it looks really cool, and it will also show the input wattage and the output wattage. We're gonna go to the backyard and we're gonna connect the solar panels to this in a little bit. But talking about solar panels, let's see the solar panels. So here are the solar panels, and this is 200 watts.
in a very nice slim carrying case, and yeah, I'm not going to be able to show all of it on this tiny table up here, but let's just see some of the stuff. On the back there is this case here for where all the accessories are. There are different connectors. There is MC4 connectors for the solar panel itself. I'll just see that. I'll get this moist things out of the way. So these will go on the solar panel itself, and they can be connected to charge up a battery. Nice. Then we have MC4 connectors to that XT60 connector that is going to be used to charge the power station. That's the first wire we're going to be using. Then we have a weird wire here, which is together with these connectors. So these are this is from the MC4 connectors and to this plug, and then we can put these directly in there. And this plug here is, for example, for a Lenovo laptop. So I guess you can charge your Lenovo laptops directly from the solar panels. Pretty awesome. And it comes with the tiniest little manual here that, though, is unfoldable and in multiple languages. So here is some of the more technical specs. So it says that this is a 200 watt solar panels plus minus 5%. It's plus minus a lot more percent because the sun is really unpredictable. Open circuit power is 22.2 volts. A maximum power voltage 18 volts. And there's a lot of temperatures. You can use it from minus 20 to 60 degrees Celsius. And can do up to 12 amps if you short circuit it, which you really shouldn't do. And then there's the dimensions of it here. It's 2.2 meters and 65 centimeters high. So yeah, it's that's the boring stuff. Let's go set this up. So right now I'm in the back of my garden here, and this patch here is getting full sun right now. So I think we'll put up the solar panels right there. So let's see if we can't manage that in. Solar panels up. We just need to do the cabling. So let's go check that. Gotta find the cables that we need. This wasn't it. Okay, there we have that. We need our... So these are the MC4 connectors coming out of the solar panels. This is the MC4 to XT60 converter cable that will go into the power station. So these MC4 connectors are very easy. It's impossible to do it wrong. So you plug that in, and you plug that in, and yeah, now we have power on this one. We did actually have another exactly the same connector, in this case from the power bank, so we could have used that as well. So I'm guessing this one is just as good. So let's try and pop this in and see what the bank says. I'm just angling it so that we get a... Oh, sorry, my mistake. This is not the one that we need. Good thing I just found the other one. The MC4 connectors are not always as easy to disassemble as they are to assemble. There's these two tabs here that you need to press, sometimes rather hard, to get that going. So, okay. Change of plans. Other cable is needed. I must admit, I don't really know what this connector is for then. It must be for something else. I think it's called an Anderson connector. Yeah, let's try this one then. And that goes into the MC4 connectors, and you can't do that wrong. If you manages, you did it really wrong. So, okay. And we try that again and pop that in. and it powers up. It tells us that, oh, we are getting 110 watts and 131 watts. That's pretty good. Pretty hard not to get all kind of reflections. It does have some plastic on top of this, so I don't know if that helps any, or if the that just made the reflections absolutely perfect. So maybe I can even get in there. I don't know. It's charging with 135 watts right now. That's not bad at all. Oh, from here it looks a lot better. Oh, clouds. Yeah, the sun went behind these big dark clouds, so now we're not getting as much power, but it will be back. And of course we can follow what's going on with the sun on our phone. It's a solar tracker. Oh, you can see me here, and you can see the camera filming, and yeah, reflections are great. Cool. 17 watts coming in. It is a really dense, thick cloud, but it's gonna pass in like 5 minutes or so. So yeah, it's plus minus a lot more than 5%, because it's depending on the sun, and the sun is unpredictable. So this is the setup from afar, with the power station protected behind the solar panels. I read in one of the competitors' manual that it wasn't good to put direct sunlight on their product, and I would very much expect that it's exactly the same with the ALLPOWERS product. Don't put it directly in sunlight. So how long does it take to charge this up? Well, it's simple math. The power station is 1500 watt hours, so if it's completely depleted and you connect it to a 200 watt solar panel like this, it would take 7.5 hours. And that is if the sun is not cheating me like it is right now. You can see that very dense cloud that it's hiding behind with 16 watts like now. It's gonna take forever. It's not gonna be today, that's for sure. Even when we saw the maximum amount of power coming out of it, it was 135 watts coming in. And with that wattage, it would still take something like 12 hours to charge up fully. And that would be full sun all day. That's the downside of a big power bank. It also takes longer to charge up. A small power bank, 350 watt hours, you can charge that in 2-3 hours with full sun. But a big one like this, well, it just takes longer, but you can also run more stuff on it. So yeah, there are benefits and disadvantages. So if you have a power station like this, it's a good idea to not, well, have it sitting around fully charged all the time. If you're gonna be needing it for emergency, it's a good idea to charge it up for that emergency. But the battery lasts longer if they are not totally overfilled all the time. So don't charge it up to 100% and store it in the garage for the next 6 years. That's not good for the batteries. The 68% that it came with is probably not a bad choice. I would say 75% would also be good. I'm kind of having a bit of difficulties connecting to the power station. I found that if I go to the settings of my Bluetooth and turn Bluetooth on and off, or off and on, and go back and then try next, then it still doesn't work. That was a bad example. Well, there it is. So, yeah, then we can go into it. The sun has come back. So now we're charging with 145 watts. That's a record. 146. So yeah, we're getting some good sun right now. It's October, so yeah, we're lucky to get this amount of power on it. So I can't see what you're seeing. Oh, yeah, I think you see it. So this is good. I'm gonna try and run something of it. So I have my trusty concrete. I'll put that over here. And then we'll try and connect my concrete mixer and see if that will work. See if the mixer works. Let's see if we can get this in frame. I was expecting that. This is only a 500 watt mixer, so it should really be able to handle that. Okay, this is a compressor, and it says that it uses 2200 watts, or the motor is 2200 watts. Maybe it will run, maybe it won't. If it runs, it's good. It might not use that power all the time, so let's just give it a go. I think we will turn it off. I think we'll turn it off here, and then we'll plug it in, and then we'll turn it on over on the compressor. Now the cable got wet. That's not really a good idea, and full of dirt. Yeah. Okay. It's very well grounded. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it tried. It did not like it. Let's unplug this. So it turned off the AC here. It gave it a good go. Okay, it seems that the power station is fine. It just protected itself. The very first power station that I got to power this tiling cutter here, which the first one I got failed miserably because it wasn't able to run that. So now we're gonna try this one. It has a weird system here. I've never figured this out, but test before use. So it has some kind of security. So let's plug that in. No, that's a bad idea. Then we'll cover the display. Okay, and then we can reset it. And when it's plugged in, it turns orange in here. And now let's just open this, turn it on. And it was almost at 1000 watts at just some point. Now it's down at 100 and you can't. Reflections, 176 watts. So yeah, no problem. It of course uses more power when it's cutting the tiles, but yeah, the first one I got wouldn't even start it. Let's do that again while we look at the display so you can see what happens. So we see power coming in. And it switches to power out. See that? 1000 watts going out. And when we turn it off, it switches back to power in input. So we're not getting those two numbers at the same time. On the phone app here, we do get both numbers. I'm just gonna turn it on. So we see what's coming in and what's going out. It's not the quickest updater, but it gets there. I have moved the solar panels a little bit. You can see there's shade here on the grass because it's coming into shade of this big tree, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to move it again in like 10 minutes or something. But this YouTube work is hard work, so I thought maybe we should have us a cup of tea, love. So have us a bit of a cuppa here. This is, I'm not sure this is gonna work because, let's get this out of here. On the bottom of it, it says, oops, it says that it uses from 1850 to 2200 watts. So I haven't got a clue if it's gonna be in the area where we can use it, but we're gonna give it a try. I'm gonna, cup of tea don't have to boil. So yeah, this is on, and it's not using anything yet. So we're gonna put the kettle on. It's not gonna do anything right away. So on this system, put my teacup with my 4 lumps over here, and we can turn it on. And then I'm more interested in what this device does. Yeah, it's doing something. It's reflections. Okay, 1800, and it's very precise on the low end. You can hear it. Now this time went down considerably. It says that it can do this for 7 minutes. It should be done within 7 minutes. But yeah, this is a weird kettle. It heats up the water a little bit, and then it waits a little bit to make it 80 degrees, and then it heats it up again. I have no idea how it does that, but it does. So now it's heating the water again. 1800 watts, 1800, and oh, I guess the kettle is okay for the inverter, for the power station, the ALLPOWERS Station. It's good enough to make a cup of tea, love. It's done in just a little bit. It should beep at me when it's completed. Yep, we're ready for our tea. It did cost me 2-3% to make that cup of tea, so yeah, dang it. But we're still up, so we have still put more power into the unit than we have taken out, and it really helps with those 130 watts coming in. Well, now it's 100. Yeah, as I say that, the sun is going behind a cloud and behind the tree, so now it's lower. I know what you're thinking. It's all good and fun with a cup of tea. Anyone can do that. But will this run my 40 million amp welder? Well, I haven't got a clue, but we can test if it works with my welder. I'm not giving it many chances, but you never know. A welder doesn't use all the power all the time, so you could get lucky. Have the power for the welder here. I haven't gotten too much dirt on it yet, so that's good. There, turn on AC. There, we're on 71% already, so my cup of tea has only drained about 1-2% now. With welding, I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know that I have to turn this on back here. There, so far so good. It's not using any power, just doing that, so that should be okay. We can go and see if it actually uses any power. See, now the solar panels are in the shade again, so I'll have to move them. Whew, solar power is a lot of work. Output wattage is 16 watts, so it's just running the fan in there. I have been welding a little bit on something that I forget what I was doing, but this is already a pretty complicated setup if it was just to power the welder. But yeah, this would easily fit even in a small car. We're not gonna do a lot, and I have the welding helmet on, so yeah, it fits the wire. Let's see what happens. It does weld. It's very interesting to see me not welding very good. But this video is really about the power station, so let's see what happens on the power station when I do that. I'm only gonna be able to see this when I edit it. So yeah, let's see what happens. I think we can say that that's an okay. I have no idea if it's without any problems, but it does run the welder. Okay, so I was very impressed with the welder. So now I'm gonna try with a heat pump. Let's see. It's at 75% now. It has been charging good. So we're gonna pop this in. The heat pump won't turn on right away. I have to go to the basement to turn that on. So power on AC. I think I have to go to the basement. Yeah, it doesn't do anything without it. Oh, it does actually do a little bit. So it's using 100 watts. I'm not sure on what, but yeah, I'll run to the basement and try and turn this on. Is running or was running the fan here. At the moment it's not entirely happy about the situation. There we are. It took a little bit of fiddling around. This heat pump hasn't been on for over a year, but at the moment it is running from the power bank. I found that the wire that it had already wasn't very good. Apparently there was too much of a power loss in that wire. And so I temporarily connected it to a grid power inside the house, and I ran it for the first time on grid power, and that was enough to get everything warmed up so that now it could actually run on the power station here, and it's drawing only 1242 watts, which says that it's gonna be able to run 9 minutes. I don't know if that's correct. Seems like not a lot, but it has already started to warm up the water in the house. And if I stand over here where this is not optimal, some idiot put a lot of tiles right here. That's not good. That's not how they describe it in the manual of the heat pump, that's for sure. But it runs, so yeah, that was the main thing here, and we can see how it's dropping in capacity. Now it's only 67% back, so but it's still able to run 9 minutes. I was really lucky getting this heat pump when I did. Now they're not to be found anywhere because of the energy crisis, but yeah, this could give me at least 9 minutes of good power for my heat pump, and that really doesn't say a lot, but it says that it's running. Here is the specs of the heat pump, and we can see that maximum current coming in is 2.25 kilowatt, 10.3 amps. Normal rated power is 1.5 kilowatt hours, so it's actually using a little bit less than what it could be using. Right now it's nice and toasty outside, so we are at least getting this efficiency. No, that's not it. And we're closer to 20 degrees than we are to 7, so for those 1200 watts we're getting something like probably 6 kilowatts of power out of that. So, and that is why heat pumps are really cool. It does really drain it really fast, but I think we should go to the basement and see how warm it has become. So here we are at the very dark and creepy basement. I have prepared a flashlight that we can. So if we press it, we will get some temperatures. We can see that, well, 35 degrees is the set temperature of what we really want, and 22 is where we're at. So while I've been running this, I have heightened the temperature. The awesome pipework comes in here. This pipe is the outlet from the heat pump, and this is the inlet, and this is colder than this one. So probably about 2 degrees. So that little exercise, well, it actually took 20% at least off of our stored capacity, and it's replenishing that with about 67 watts right now. Move the panels. I thought it would get full sun here, but you can see there are some shadows here. I have a windmill over here. It's shattering the solar panels. Yeah, it's not easy to go green. I hope you got a good understanding of what this ALLPOWERS S2000 can run. I was very impressed with the welder and the heat pump. I must admit. I was expecting those. The compressor, yeah, when I read that it used that amount of power, I kind of was just about to roll it back in, but I thought, let's investigate how it protects itself. So maybe a power station like this is something for you. Do at least go and check out the links in the description and check what you think. Do leave your thoughts in the comments. And other than that, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again. And have a really nice day. Bye bye.